The amazing thing about hypnosis is that the process puts the conscious mind to sleep, so there is nothing to guard the subconscious mind anymore. And then the therapist can talk directly to the subconscious mind, and by using visualization and imagination can make positive changes and rid the person of negative behaviors. Hypnosis can reprogram your mind. Hypnosis really is a beautiful state of mind that you might be surprised to discover that you experience for 70% of your day. The best way to prove this is by giving you some examples that you'll be familiar with, and as soon as I do, you'll have that moment where you say, oh wow, yes, I do that. You could be driving your car from A to B, and when you get to your destination, you can't remember the journey. We call this autopilot, when in actual fact, this is hypnosis. You can read pages out of a book, and even though you know that you have read every single word, you can't recall anything. And so you need to go back to where you last remember and start reading again, almost like you're in a trance. The best one, and my favorite, is when you are concentrating on something alone, and then somebody comes into you and says your name out loud. Jamie, Jamie, Jamie. And they get louder and louder, and then eventually you hear them and you have a shock, and it's almost like you've been woken up, but you were never really asleep. What's going on is your conscious mind, which is the critical part of your mind that does all the thinking, has actually gone to sleep because it's not needed in these moments, and your subconscious mind, which stores all your memories, events and experiences in it, takes over, and this allows you to experience self-hypnosis, a trance, when you zone out. The conscious mind is like the security guard for the subconscious mind, careful of what goes in and out. And that's why when we have a phobia or a behavior sometimes, they are difficult to change because the subconscious mind has stored them as patterns, and now they are embedded deep inside. The subconscious mind, like I said, holds all of your memories, experience and events. And the sole purpose of the subconscious mind and your memory, you might be surprised to find out, is actually to remember things that you have done wrong, that have caused you harm physically and mentally, so that you do not make the same mistake ever again. Basically, the subconscious mind is there to help you survive. The subconscious mind is also in control of your breathing, sensitivity, and blood flow, to name but a few. The subconscious mind creates patterns when we repeat behaviors. That's why driving and walking and talking is so easy once we've practiced and formed the internal patterns. Of course, this means the subconscious mind can also store unwanted patterns, for example, drinking, smoking, or doing drugs or other behaviors. The amazing thing about hypnosis is that the process puts the conscious mind to sleep, so there is nothing to guard the subconscious mind anymore. And then the therapist can talk directly to the subconscious mind, and by using visualization and imagination can make positive changes and rid the person of negative behaviors, negative triggers and connections, and anything else that might be holding them back from being healthy-minded. It's interesting to know that not everybody can be hypnotized in the same way. For instance, if you've never experienced those examples I mentioned before, then perhaps it would be a little bit more difficult for you to be hypnotized, as your subconscious mind does not take over like most people's. But in my experience, different people sometimes require different methods, and 9 times out of 10, people can be helped. When you are hypnotized, you are not asleep. If the voice of the therapist was to stop while you were hypnotized, then after a few moments, the conscious mind would start to get bored and wake up and take over the subconscious mind once again. It's totally safe and extremely relaxing, with positive outcomes only. There are people all over the world taking medication for their mindset, when really all they need is hypnosis to finally say goodbye to the pills and live a healthy, happy life. It's my mission to spread the word about hypnosis throughout the world and give as many people as possible the second chance that I once received, to have a healthy mind and a fresh start in this wonderful world. It's important to realize how powerful our subconscious mind is, that we have to be so careful what we allow to go into it, and that is why we must avoid negativity as much as possible. People that watch the news and hang around with negative people tend to be more negative than people that don't. Even the words that you say out loud or in your own mind can alter your mood and your general mental state. We must try to be as positive as much as possible so the subconscious mind can bathe in happiness. Affirmations mixed with incantations are a great example of positive self-talk that can change your mood and your belief system in moments. A great example would be if you had something to do this afternoon or tonight that you really didn't want to do. For whatever reason, you just didn't fancy it. You could use an affirmation like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and keep repeating it out loud forcefully, using your body to create emotion. An emotion connecting your heart and your mind and allowing your subconscious mind to accept this statement, this powerful suggestion, and therefore making whatever it is that you have to do much easier for you to execute. But you really need to get into it. So you can put your shoulders back, your chest out, say, I can do this, and keep repeating it. Your mind will believe you, and you can do it. Trust me, these things work. As far as I'm concerned, hypnosis can change everything. The impossible becomes possible. Using hypnotherapy, we can get rid of fears and phobias, addictions, chronic pain, insomnia, chronic fatigue, negative behaviors, negative triggers, and connections. We can improve our brain power, concentration and memory, attitude towards life in general, turn negativity into positivity, turn lazy into motivated, turn shy into super confident, turn the average person into an everyday hero. Hypnosis changed my life. Years ago, I had anxiety issues and confidence issues, and I never would have been able to make a video like this. It would be impossible in my life, let alone speaking on stage in front of hundreds of people and helping thousands of people worldwide become the best versions of themselves. To be honest, hypnosis completely saved my life, and it might just save yours or the life of someone that you know. Over the last 10 years, I've been developing the ARM system, Accelerated Results Method, which I can only describe as the most direct form of hypnosis used today. Speaking directly to the subconscious mind in the most simplistic form while making the most complex changes is, for me, the answer to most people's prayers. After all, these days, everybody not only wants an efficient fix, but also a quick fix, and the Accelerated Results Method provides both. In order to get the maximum benefit from hypnotherapy, you must want it, believe in it, and expect it. All you have to do is follow instructions, listen intently, and use your imagination to the fullest. It's fun, it's safe, and it's very, very relaxing. If you're interested in reprogramming your mind to be positive in many different ways, then my all-access pass is worth you checking out. It allows you to use every single audio in my whole hypnotherapy audio collection. So check it out by simply clicking the link below, and thank you so much for watching.